Hi everyone, thank you for watching this video. This is Shava from Bear Mix Journals over at Instagram. For today, I have a flip through of this chunky little monkey. It's I guess the first journal that I created this year in 2023, and I was inspired by Raindroplila Sweet Tomorrow digital kit. So that kit is available in Lydia's Etsy shop. I will link her shop in the description down below. But yeah, I wanted to use them. It's a very floral neutral kit. I guess that's how I would say, I would describe it, and that's what really inspired the colors that I used in this journal. It's also super chunky because of the molds that I used in the tags and other ephemera that I put together in this journal. So maybe what I'll do is I will remove all of those chunky um, elements so that uh, you can appreciate the journal without them. So this is the first one. How if uh, you've been a follower of my channel, you would know that I usually make chunky monkeys, the chunkiest journals, because that's just what I enjoy creating. Um, and that makes the journal I make really chunky, but this one is extra chunky just because of these three elements. So these are the three tags where I use mold. So this is the first one. The background paper are from Raindroplila from the Sweet Tomorrow kit. This is another one, and this is the last one. So I'll put these three on the side. I'll put them back in the journal later, but this is the journal so that you can, it'll lay flat when we're flipping through it. So this is the front. I used this background paper is a modern fabric. However, these two and this lace, they're all vintage. I sewed them on top of the fabric, and then I added this plate, metal plate. This is from a vintage ledger that I cut out and I included. I don't know what that means, so if you speak French, please let me know. This is an embroidery that I did a while back. I was probably inspired by the wonderful Ruth of Journally Yours. If you don't know her, I'll link her down below. She is an embroidery goddess. She just creates, the most beautiful embroidery. But I was inspired, so I created this. I failed a little in this knot, if you see that. But yeah, that's the front. The back is very plain, just very plain. And I like the peach here. I think they pick up the peach color from this closure. It's just a lace that I've dyed with I think onion skin. And then this is also a pocket, and inside is just this. I don't know if it's, yeah, so this is similar to this mold that I created. So I have a tutorial on how I put this together if you're interested. It's in my Instagram reels. So this is actually made from glue that I just painted and added wax, vintage wax as well. This is a vintage tag, and then this is from Raindroplila Sweet Tomorrow kit. So it just goes in there. You can use it wherever you want if you're the new owner. It opens up like this. The Sweet Tomorrow kit has these file folders, so I used two to keep the main signatures. There are two signatures in this journal. There you would see, and the cover or the first page for them are these file folders. So I'll put this one here first. So let's go through here. So there's nothing inside, so I don't have anything inside, but this one opens up because I thought the owner would like to write, you know, anything here. They can do so and keep it private. Not so private because you can just remove this or untie this, but so it's not showing. They can use this, they can write there. This is a vintage piece of lace, vintage word card tucked inside. This is a vintage, I don't know what it is, a vintage cover, part of a vintage receipt. And then this is an envelope with just a note card. I think it's glued there. A note card inside. This is a vintage wallpaper. And then just for interest, I added this dangly in there. The other side has this tag that I embellished with a piece of ledger paper. And then I saw a maker on Instagram create one of these, you know, those wax seal frame. I failed a little bit because the wax that I have isn't see-through, but I really like that frame. Then inside, another wax seal, tag, and file folder, mini one. So this one, I would say, is not as embellished as, you know, all of the other journals that I put together. This one definitely has a lot of writing space for the new owner. Lots of ephemera still, like those. But yeah, this is also a smaller one. Not quite the size of a pocket passport journal, but a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger than a passport journal. It has a lot of vintage paper. This is authentic vintage ledger paper, vintage cigar label, another ledger paper, coffee dyed, vintage lace, vintage labels here. Lots of those mixed in with the Sweet Tomorrow ephemera, because they just are neutral goodies that work well, you know. So this one, let's add this back. Vintage. This I think is vintage as well. Vintage trim. Vintage milk cap. Vintage ledger paper. Some vintage ephemera here. Vintage tickets. The other side of that ledger paper. This one I also really love. More from the Sweet Tomorrow kit. Another tag with that pretty wax seal. Love that lace. Envelope. This is the second signature. I just added this. This is a vintage letter. See, they even wrote on the envelope. I don't know how that works, how you'll be able to read that. But yeah, I did that in there. This is modern lace. Vintage ad. Oh, there's another mold. Maybe this one. Let's, yeah. Let's keep this one. Oh no, it fell. This is authentic vintage ticket. Vintage lace. Vintage notepad paper. This is vintage ledger as well, so I backed the tags with vintage ledger so that you can write on it too. Book page. This is from the kit, one of the background papers. Vintage cognac label. Vintage music sheet. This one is blank. I kept it blank so that the new owner can write in it. And then, sorry about that. Vintage slide. Another vintage, our this is another one of those pretty frame wax seal. Okay, another beautiful wax seal in a pocket. This one is a ledger file folder. I just added this vintage piece of paper. More writing space. More vintage paper there. A ruffle. Is this the last one? No, not yet. This is vintage label. More of that wallpaper that I used as lining as well. Another wax seal there. Let's add this here. Envelope with note card. Ephemera. And then this is the back. More of that wax seal. Then this is just an envelope with more of that file folder inside. That's it. That is this journal. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram as well. I post daily photos of all of the projects that I make, and please do check out Raindroplila's Etsy shop as well. It's listed down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.